Hey guys, and welcome to Buena Tree. And on this channel I talk about my first book, Joshua Tree, and the sequel, Joshua Tree Finds Peace. And well, first off, it's been a little while, and this whole time, well, first off, let's talk about my hair. Look at this. I dyed it I went for a blonde. This area is a bit more blonde here. It's just kind of light brown up here. I decided to just, I don't know, I like messing with my hair, and I just decided to go a little blonde just because. And I also tried to grow out some hair on my face. I went for a goatee. I can't grow like any hair like around the rest of my face. I can't go on full beard. I can grow some hair, but it just looks even more terrible. So I just go for, you know, a goatee. But even this, like, well, what do you think? I'm gonna shave it after this video, honestly. I'm probably just gonna shave it right after this video. It's just, it would look a lot better if it was fuller, man. It just, you know, I'm going for a look, but it doesn't work, man. My baby face does not work it just does not produce hair, or enough hair. So anyway, so that's what I've been doing this whole time. No, I've also been working on writing another book, and I've been just going to a class about writing, and I want to take more classes on writing and just get better at writing, at being an author. So yeah, that's what I've just been working on, and I'm just, again, working on another book and all that. So anyways, that's what I've been working on. So that's why I haven't made a YouTube video in a little while. But this video, well, again, welcome to Buena Tree. And on this video today, I'm gonna be talking about Joshua Tree's date. Joshua Tree goes on a date. In the second book, Joshua Tree Finds Peace. So, it's not really a date. So, okay, so I'm talking about the first chapter of the book. Chapter 1. And in this chapter, well, at the end of the first book, in Joshua Tree, the last character that Joshua Tree meets is Lizzie, who's an important character, and that's where we're left off with him meeting up with Lizzie in front of his community college. And that's where we start off in the first chapter of Joshua Tree Finds Peace, is Joshua Tree with Lizzie at a fast food restaurant. And it's insanely awkward. And it's hilarious. So I think I'm gonna read a few paragraphs of the first chapter. So I'll just read a bit about it. You'll get the general gist of it. It's hilarious, or it's just fun. I had fun writing it, but it also just shows how I had a bit too much fun writing. It's just kind of, it's a little ridiculous. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna read just like the first few paragraphs of chapter 1 of the second book, Joshua Tree Finds Peace. Okay, here we go. Chapter 1. What do I say to her? Should I? No, that would be stupid. I could. No. Ugh. Why am I not smart? Joshua Tree thought to himself nervously as he sat across from this girl in a fast food restaurant. He had just met her a few minutes ago in front of his community college campus, and she had driven him here. Her name was Lizzie, and she was not bad looking, with dirty blonde hair and wearing a simple t-shirt and jeans. I know that's a stupid detail. Most people wear shirts and jeans. The color of her shirt and jeans? I don't know. You picture it. Could be any color you want. She was just wearing simple clothes, and also sat there wearing a simple green shirt and black shorts, because I like those colors, which is also a pointless detail. The really cool thing, the part worth mentioning, was her hair. On the front right part of her hair, I guess you could call it her bangs, I think. I don't know. I'm not good at describing hair. She had dyed green, all the way from her roots down to the ends, which matched her pretty green eyes. The rest of her hair was dirty blonde. Seeing her hair dyed like that made me a little self-conscious of my regular boring brown hair. She was really pretty, which made me way too uncomfortable as she sat across from me in this fast food restaurant, glancing at me with those green eyes. We sat across from each other at a table, and she didn't say a thing. She just sat there eating her chicken sandwich as I sat here with my chicken nuggets that I was barely eating because of my nerves. Okay, so let's... A while ago I made a video talking about, like, the things that are wrong with Joshua Tree, and man, me trying to describe Lizzie's hair in this is just so bad. So what I tried, again, I couldn't Okay, so let's talk about, like, yeah, so he's with Lizzie, they're in a fast food restaurant, and there's a lot of pointless details going on, which I, again, had fun with writing about what she's wearing, which, you know, who cares, and what Joshua Tree is wearing, and, you know, who cares, his green shirt, like, whatever. A lot of pointless details, and also with the fast food restaurant, like, it's just a fast food restaurant, doesn't matter, you know, which one it is, McDonald's, Burger King, who cares? So, there's that, and then there's also trying to describe her hair. Basically Joshua Tree is just looking at her and trying to describe her hair, and again, it's just so a terrible way. So okay, I used to have green hair, and here's a good picture in this book of me with my green hair. And I guess what I was trying to describe is that, like, so I used to have green hair too, so you see how it's like it's my bangs basically that are dyed green in this picture, right? So basically with Lizzie, like, imagine I have long hair, right? It's the right side of her hair, basically the front part of it is dyed green. And that's it. It's like, it's just this whole, like, if I had long hair all the way down, it's green. Just the front part though, just that section is green. So that's what I was trying to describe with Lizzie. It was just that she had the front right side of it dyed green. And it's just terribly described. Oh man, but a part of me loves it because of that, but you know, whatever. I'll try to get better at writing. Oh man. Okay, so there's that part of it, and there's also in this beginning of it, you could tell how awkward it is between Lizzie and Joshua Tree. Joshua Tree's there, just, you know, he just went with her to this restaurant, this fast food restaurant, and he's just sitting there, you know, eating chicken nuggets. She's eating a chicken sandwich, and he's just like, why the hell am I here? You know, like. And, you know, and she's a pretty girl, so he's just, like, noticing how pretty she is with her green eyes and everything. And, like, he's just, you know, he's nervous, all right? He's really nervous. And it's clear that he's nervous. And Lizzie notices that he's nervous. She feels it. So there's that. And then, now as the chapter goes on, they talk a little bit, and Lizzie becomes a little bit frustrated, and then she just gets kind of straight into it, and she's just there because she brought him there for a reason, for a goal, and she just, you know, she's not trying to go on a date with Joshua Tree, and in Tree's mind, he thinks it's a date, but it's not, I guess. I mean, at first he thinks it's a date, but she brought him there for a reason, and it's about Jean Tree, Joshua Tree's mother, Jean Tree. Well, she just has a goal in mind, and it's something that Joshua Tree is not going to agree with. That's a good way, a general way of describing it. So she gets a little bit more straightforward, and then by the end of the chapter, Jonathan Lang, another character who's a really small character, a minor character. He's a cop in the first book. He's barely in this book, in the first book. But he's a big character, and he's a huge character in the second book. And so Joshua Tree is kind of on the run. He got away from his house, which is just in pure chaos right now, and so kind of the cops are looking for him, and Jonathan recognizes him. He sees him when he's driving by, and he just he has a feeling of that. He knows that that's the kid, you know, that's the one that they're kind of looking for. So he goes in, they make eye contact, and Joshua Tree bolts, basically. And that's where we end in the first chapter, basically, is with Joshua Tree just getting out of there when he sees Jonathan. And then, so that's that. That's the first chapter. That's the date. It's a terrible, awkward situation that's really just awkward. So that's the first chapter. So now, from here on out, in the next video, I'll be talking about the second chapter. And I'll probably kind of skim through more, not just the second chapter, but, you know, I'll figure it out. It'll be the second chapter, and then just onward, I'll skip through some. Because from here on out, now we start talking about Jonathan Lang, who's a really important character. He's, we'll just go into his kind of story, a bit of his backstory. That's where the story kind of goes on from here. We learn about Jonathan and how he's incredibly important to this story, and how his story is connected to Joshua Tree Finds Peace. Joshua Tree's story. Oh, and if you want to actually buy the first book, Joshua Tree, and the second book, Joshua Tree Finds Peace, the links to Amazon are down below, so you just go to the link and it'll take you to Amazon, and you could actually buy them. I'd really appreciate that. Again, everything I talk about in these videos are in pretty just general. I don't really go into full detail. I'll read some things from the book, but I'm not going to read everything from the book. So it's still things that I miss, and just if you want to get a better idea of the story of Joshua Tree, you could actually read these books. And yeah, I'd really appreciate that. That would go a long way. I'd really appreciate it. So that's it. That's this video. I am going to go shave off this terrible goatee. I really wish it looked good. I was trying to go for a look, man. I was trying it, it's not working. So I'm gonna go shave this. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay connected. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.